Good morning, and welcome to Atheist Church. I'll warn you ahead of time, not a real funny topic today, and I don't know that I'll have any jokes on this one. So last Sunday, an abortion doctor, Dr. Tiller, was murdered while attending church service. Some people who watch these videos may be tired of hearing me talk about how I have friends in this group and family in that group, but I mean it. It's sincere, and it means a lot to me, and it affects how I look at things. I try to always remember that these are real people, and some of them are people that I love very much. And I do have friends that feel very strongly in favor of a pro-life position, including my own mom, who I certainly love dearly, and I understand where she's coming from on that. I don't see it as specifically an atheist Christian position. You can certainly be a pro-life atheist, and I do know many pro-choice Christians, but it does tend to divide along those lines. Most Christians do tend to be pro-life from my experience. Most atheists do tend to be pro-choice. Really, when I look at it, it's a very difficult question. Where does life begin? There are people who would consider it murder to use a condom, to mess with the lives that God is trying to create there. I think most of us would agree that that's one extreme. And then just to provide the other extreme, obviously nobody would advocate infanticide. So, once the baby's born, that's it. Where in between do we cross a magic line? Is it the age of viability? That age keeps changing. So it is an interesting question, and it's in a lot of ways a deep philosophical question, and yet you're not allowed to say, good question, I don't know. You have to have a view on it. That's the rule. If you don't, then you'll get called all kinds of horrible names. So it seems to be that you have to have a view on that, and then you have to hate the other side that feels differently on that. Most pro-life people that I know would never murder someone. But I'm going to talk to them right now and say, hey, listen, someone is murdering in your name. And groups that you may give money to because you like some of their anti-abortion activities are supporting and helping this kind of thing happen and fueling the fires. Dr. Tiller had an Operation Rescue group that opened an office in his town specifically for the purpose of monitoring and harassing him, keeping him in the public spotlight. And he had suffered death threats before. As I said, harassment, and now he's dead. If you're really from a pro-life perspective, abortion is murder to you, and I can see where you would use that to justify killing someone else, because you would say that it's in defense. It's someone who themselves kills. And we do go to war. We do go to kill people that we believe are killers. But if you feel that you're at a war here, and you really do have concern for these lives that you feel are being lost, then you need to be more practical in how to actually win this thing, because it goes against your cause to go out and kill someone. You need to maintain the moral high ground here. People need to see less pro-life activities that are harassing and violent towards the living. The public face of the pro-life movement should be people working to make life a little more comfortable for the babies that are born, make things a little more comfortable for orphans or for kids that are up for adoption, make poor people have a little more access to proper health care, to sex education, to birth control. Imagine if you did these kind of positive things all the time. If you could... This seems impossible. It seems too much to wish for, that pro-life and pro-choice groups could come together and work to help reduce unwanted pregnancies. The one thing that both sides would love to see happen, So I don't want to hate on everyone who has a pro-life position, and I certainly don't want to hate on people that have a pro-choice position. I can understand both perspectives. But when people that there is no philosophical question about whether or not they're alive are being murdered, you can't be silent on it. If you have your Operation Rescue sticker or even a pro-life sticker on your car, then you need to be very outspoken about also being opposed to violence and murder and the things that tear our society apart. Let me address once more the argument that it's killing in defense of other lives. Do you realize that other terrorist acts are justified in exactly the same way? The people that pulled off 9/11 felt that they were defending lives that are lost to the U.S. military. Personally, I'm opposed to the Iraq War, and I think that innocent people are dying in that war. Who can I kill because I'm opposed to that? Once again, the moral high ground. I'm opposed to killing, so I don't kill. I speak out against killing. And you need to do the same. So, again, I'm not singling out all pro-life people with this. If anything, I'd like to reach out to those people and say I know that there's really good people out there on that side of this issue. But we need to hear from you, and we need to see positive works from you, and we need to see this denounced, we need to see this condemned, and we need to see you work as hard as anyone to get it stopped. Sorry, not so funny today. Not the funniest subject in the world, but it just happened this week. Felt I had to address it. I actually could have addressed it last Sunday, and really wasn't sure what I would say on it. So okay, I might do a video later today, give a little page update and whatnot, and talk about some stuff that's more fun. But for now, thank you for listening. Have a great week. Bye bye.